I saw him before he left and he told me, "Ma, I'll be right back." And I'm still waiting on him.
The law, which creates harsher punishments for boating violation, stems from the death of 17-year-old Lucy Fernandez, who was killed in a boat crash in South Florida 3 years ago. Real estate developer George Pino was operating the boat when he hit a channel marker, sending everyone flying off the vessel. Another girl suffered a severe brain injury.
Miami's waters carry a double life. By day, Biscayne Bay is framed as a sun-soaked paradise, a postcard of turquoise waves, high-end charters, and open horizons. But beneath the party culture and clear blue surface lies an environment with zero margin for error. Come with me on a flight as we investigate the Aiken Liverpool story. On Friday, June 12, 2026, a 39-foot charter boat departed from Hobie Beach, headed toward the Miami River. On board were young people celebrating a friend's birthday. Among them was 23-year-old Aiken King Liverpool. Aiken was not a reckless teenager or someone unfamiliar with discipline. He was a scholar, a graduate of Florida Memorial University, where he had served as Mr. Homecoming and Mr. Sophomore. He was actively pursuing a dual master's degree in business administration and sports management at Barry University. He worked on campus in the student and family engagement department. His future wasn't just bright, it was fully charted. Yet, somewhere along that short route between Hobie Beach and the Miami River, Aiken vanished. I see you peeking and not speaking. Like and subscribe to the channel, please. Hype me up as well. Now back to the investigation. He went overboard, unnoticed. On a packed 39-foot vessel surrounded by music, conversation, and fellow passengers, a human life slipped beneath the surface, and nobody realized it until it was too late. How does someone vanish from a charter boat full of people? According to initial statements gathered by investigators, passengers reported seeing Aiken dancing on the bow of the vessel earlier in the trip. But as the boat maneuvered through Biscayne Bay, someone looked around and realized Aiken was no longer there. The captain was notified, and emergency calls were placed late Friday evening. Just before midnight, the United States Coast Guard received the distress dispatch. What followed was a high-stakes, multi-agency search and rescue operation. Coast Guard air and surface crews, alongside Miami Police, Miami Fire Rescue, and Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, swept the waters south of Brickell Key and Hobie Island Beach Park. Helicopter searchlights cut through the darkness, scanning the chop of Biscayne Bay throughout Friday night and into Saturday. Family members, classmates, and friends waited in agonizing suspense.
And went overboard. Tonight, loved ones gathered to honor his life. NBC6's Valerie Ryan joins us live with the message they are echoing tonight. Valerie.
Well, Juwan, loved ones made it very clear at the vigil that that was a celebration of life, a way to honor a keen Liverpool. But many also have the question as to what happened on that boat.
It's just a tragic thing that, to have someone there and the next minute they're not here anymore.
A community united not only in grief, but by a deep love for 23-year-old Akeem Liverpool.
Akeem was a joy, definitely one of the most brilliant and respectable young men that I've ever came across in my entire life.
A man who family members say just graduated with a double master's from Barry University and who had big plans for the future. But it all came to an end last weekend. Florida Fish and Wildlife investigators say Liverpool joined friends on a boat for a birthday celebration that left from Austral Marina Friday night. The boat anchored near Hobie Beach before heading back around 10:30 p.m. It appears Liverpool was still on the boat at that time. The incident report says during the trip, the victim had consumed alcohol. He was last seen dancing on the bow and went overboard undetected on the return trip. One of the people on board noticed Liverpool was missing and alerted the captain, and the captain called law enforcement. On Sunday, Liverpool's body was found near Brickell Key.
We just want answers and bring some type of closure to the family.
And while the investigation into what happened aboard continues, loved ones remembering the young man and the impact he made on his community.
Definitely will be missed. Truly a blessing to everybody that he came across.
but as investigators with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, the FWC, conduct their probe into the vessel's operations, the case brings a critical, troubling question back into focus. Why do these incidents keep happening with such terrifying frequency on South Florida's waterways? Consider the numbers recorded by the FWC in 2024 alone. Statewide, Florida saw approximately 685 reportable boating incidents. Those incidents resulted in nearly 400 injuries and 81 fatalities. Florida holds the title of the boating capital of the world, but legal experts and maritime safety advocates frequently point out a far darker statistic. It is also the boating fatality capital. Why is the risk so high? First, lack of formal education. The FWC reports that roughly 65% of boat operators involved in fatal accidents in Florida had received no formal boating safety education whatsoever. On highway roads, operating a 2-ton vehicle without a license, instruction, or verified testing is illegal. On the water, however, vessel operation standards have historically been vastly less regulated. Second, congestion and distraction. Biscayne Bay is one of the most heavily congested recreational waterways in North America. Mix high-speed vessels with charters, rental boats, jet skis, variable currents, alcohol, and phone distractions, and the water becomes an environment where a single second of lost attention can turn fatal. Third, the unseen dangers of going overboard. Unlike cars, boats do not have brakes. If a passenger falls overboard while a vessel is moving at cruising speed, even at modest speeds, the boat covers dozens of feet every second. The sound of the engine, wind, and ambient noise often drowns out a splash or a cry for help. If no dedicated lookout is actively watching the deck, a passenger can disappear behind the vessel's wake before anyone on board realizes the head count has changed. In recent years, lawmakers in Florida have attempted to tighten the reins on maritime safety. Measures like Lucy's Law passed following the tragic 2022 Boca Chica boat crash that claimed the life of 17-year-old Luciana Fernandez, increased penalties for operators who flee crash scenes, and strengthened boating education requirements. Furthermore, county-level initiatives, such as the Miami-Dade Boater Safety Task Force, have pushed for stricter enforcement surrounding illegal charter operations and waterway management. Because charter boats carry paying passengers, charter captains are held to strict Coast Guard regulations, including credentialing, safety gear briefings, and passenger threshold limits. When chartered vessels operate without strict adherence to lookout protocols or passenger headcount tracking, the risks magnify instantly. Attorney Ira Leesfield, whose personal injury firm has handled maritime cases in South Florida for decades, framed the issue bluntly following recent fatal incidents. The dangers from boating incidents are entirely underestimated as South Florida becomes more congested, drinking on the water becomes more prevalent, and distractions from cell phones and other devices increase.
And some other laws across the state that are set to take effect this week is Lucy's Law. And this morning, the family of Lucy Fernandez is reacting after Governor Ron DeSantis signed the bill. In a statement posted on social media, the family says in part that this moment marks not only the fulfillment of a promise, but the continuation of a movement. The law, which creates harsher punishments for boating violation, stems from the death of 17-year-old Lucy Fernandez, who was killed in a boat crash in South Florida 3 years ago. Real estate developer George Pino was operating the boat when he hit a channel marker, sending everyone flying off the vessel. Another girl suffered a severe brain injury.
Important safety standards must be enforced on all watercraft. When someone boards a commercial or charter vessel, there is an implicit trust that safety mechanisms are in place, that the captain is maintaining a proper lookout, that life jackets are accessible, and that passenger movement is monitored. When a 23-year-old student goes missing from a boat and isn't noticed until the voyage is well underway, that safety chain has broken down somewhere. Aiken Liverpool was more than just a statistic in Florida's annual FWC boating report. He was a son, a fraternity brother in Kappa Alpha Psi, a campus leader, and a student whose ambition brought him to the threshold of a doctoral degree. His loss is a devastating reminder that water does not forgive negligence or momentary lapses in awareness. As the FWC continues its investigation into what happened aboard that 39-foot charter boat in Biscayne Bay, the tragedy serves as an urgent warning to anyone stepping onto a vessel. Maintain designated lookouts. Every vessel needs eyes assigned to watch the water and the passengers at all times. Wear flotation devices. Accidents happen in fractions of a second, often throwing victims into disorienting wakes. Demand operator accountability. Ensure any charter boat you step onto is licensed, credentialed, and prioritizing passenger headcount and safety above entertainment. The open water gives the illusion of absolute freedom, but without strict safety discipline, that freedom can turn dangerous in an instant. Until enforcement, operator education, and safety protocols match the reality of South Florida's overcrowded waterways, families will continue to mourn young lives lost far too soon. Don't forget to like, comment, hype, and subscribe. Till the next flight.
Stand up, young man. Came from Liberty City, Overtown. From a mama that had him at 13, and they said that he wasn't gonna be nothing. And he is. Just graduated May 11 with a double master's from Barry University, and he graduated with a bachelor's from Florida Memorial while he was Mr. Homecoming King.